Let's talk about the economy, specifically those ups and downs that we all feel, the good times, the bad times, and that kind of hidden rhythm that seems to drive everything. We're going to dig into it. You know that feeling, right? One minute, everything's going great. Your job feels safe, you're paying the bills, things are good. And then, almost out of nowhere, the headlines just shift. Suddenly, everyone's talking about layoffs, and the market is tanking. So, what is going on?
Okay, to really get a handle on this, we're going to use a pretty simple analogy, but it's a really powerful one. Let's just imagine that the entire economy is one giant nonstop party.
Right, so this is the main idea. During an economic boom, it really does feel like a fantastic party. The energy's electric, everyone's feeling optimistic, and you get this sense that the good times are just going to keep on rolling forever. Think about it. At a really good party, what happens? Well, during a boom, everyone's out on the dance floor. That's just people spending money. The music is awesome, right? That's soaring confidence, both for businesses and for you. Your job feels totally secure. Money's flowing. This is the boom phase in full swing. But as anyone who's stayed out a little too late knows, no party lasts forever. Eventually, something has to give. The energy changes, and the night starts to wind down. And it doesn't always feel like a slow, gentle fade out, does it? No way. A lot of the time, it's this really abrupt jolt. One second you're loving the music, and the next, bam, the whole atmosphere is different. That optimism, it gets replaced by a whole lot of caution, real fast. So, this sudden vibe shift, this move from a party to a cleanup, it actually has an official name. It's a word we hear all over the news. So let's step away from the metaphor for a second and just break down what's really happening.
And there it is, a recession. But those three words are super important. Significant means it's a real painful drop, not just a bad month. Widespread means it's hitting a lot of different parts of the economy, not just, one single industry. And prolonged? Well, that means it's going to stick around for a while. So, what does prolonged actually mean in the real world? Well, the general rule of thumb that economists use is this number: 6. 6 months, at least 2 straight quarters where the economy is actually shrinking. That's usually the sign that we've tipped over from just a slowdown into an actual full-blown recession.
So, what or who is the party pooper here? What actually kills the vibe? Well, there are a few usual suspects. Sometimes the folks in charge raise interest rates on purpose to cool things down. Sometimes a big, unexpected crisis hits the world, like a pandemic or war. And honestly, sometimes the party just runs out of gas. A boom can't last forever.
So all of this starts to form a pattern, a really predictable one. It's kind of like a four-step dance. You've got the boom, that's the party itself. Then you hit the peak, that's the absolute high point of the night. Then comes the bust, when everything starts winding down. And finally, you get the reset. This is the cleanup phase, getting everything ready for the next party to start. It's a natural rhythm.
Okay, so the party's over, and we're in that reset phase. This is the tough part, for sure. No one's denying that. But what comes after this is honestly the most important part of the whole cycle. And you can really see the two sides of the coin here, can't you? On one side, you've got the immediate pain. People can lose their jobs, everyone holds onto their money really tight, spending just grinds to a halt. It's rough. But look at the other side. This is the promise of the whole thing. Growth does come back. New ideas and new opportunities pop up to fill the void, and the whole stage gets set for the next boom. So look, if you take away just one thing from all of this, let it be this idea right here. A recession can absolutely feel like a permanent full stop, like it's the end. But it's not. It's more like an intermission. It's a necessary, even though it's often very painful, reset that makes the next phase of growth even possible. And that really brings us to the final thought. We've seen that these cycles, these economic parties and the cleanups that follow, are a natural part of the system. They are going to happen again. So the real question isn't if the music is going to change again, it's what are you going to do when it does? How will you get ready for the next rhythm of the economic reset?